heading all the way back to 1993 from the Batman animated series. The good folks at Kenner are bringing you this Batmobile in the animated style. A nice looking piece right here. It's got that animated styling to it. The what do they call that? Some kind of noir, anime noir. I don't remember what they call it exactly, but it blends that Art Deco style with some modern anime thing. So all around a very cool little piece. Minimalist, you can see, rather than getting really intricate, it just looks like an old 1930s, perhaps 1940s car. Really cool piece. I'm going to walk you around it. So let's get into it. All right, so we're going to spin it around for you and show you that the sleek lines on this, that kind of noir styling, looking pretty good right here. You can see the little spiky things on it that I guess were a feature of the Batmobile throughout the animated series. You can see it's real low to the ground, makes it easy if you get that Wayne Manor playset. This will slide right under the doors, which is nice. Now it's in your living room. That's not so nice. You don't really want, you know, a Batmobile in your living room. That's not this toy. You don't want a real one in your Batmobile. It's going to take up space. It's going to scare the cat. It's going to be hard to vacuum around, but that's okay, because this is just the toy version of it. You can see all the way around. I'll show you I'm going to show you a couple of the features. Some good, some not so good, in just a moment. The first one is, we'll show you the, if we can, it's always a pain to open. So as you can see right here, we've got this opening thing here, which I suppose can double as a battle shield as he's driving into a hostile environment, but it's just a way for Batman to hop into his seat. Another fun thing is these little shredders, which of course don't want to pop out for me, but you can see the little Spartacus spikes right there. We'll try to get a close-up on each one for the catalog, as well as this one right here. Now, not only do the back tires, they have it, but not only do they not extend out, at least not that we could find, but, and I do want to point this out so that you're aware of it, we noticed that this tire is popping off. We thought maybe it's supposed to, and maybe it is, but not to this extent. So that little axle is a little bit busted. You can see Johnny must have drove this into a wall, because we see some crazing right here. We see that, so it's seen better days. Is that reparable? Yes, you can easily repair that, I would think. A little bit of glue in there. There's a couple other ways that you can go about fixing it, but I think that's probably the easiest for how much you'll be using this. And does it affect Batman that much? No, because of the coolest feature here. Let's check this one out. That is, if I can make it happen, maybe this is how that tire got broke. Ho-ho! Look at that. That is the, what do we call that? Is that the Aerobat? And we'll give you all the way around on him. So, whatever it needs to be done, it looks like that could probably easily go on land. Well, not land. Water, in the air, who knows? But, let's say that wheel pops right on off, no big deal. Batman keeps on chugging. He keeps on trucking down the road with this guy right here as he zooms off into the air, perhaps into the water. Wherever he needs to fight that crime, he's going to go and do it. So this is a pretty cool piece right here. Often some of those wings are not in the best condition, and a lot of times this is actually the part that breaks off because, well, you saw it was tough for me to do because I am old and dumb. Johnny back in the day probably knew exactly how to finagle it in exactly the right way. He managed to break that wheel off, but he did a good job with that tab. So there you have it. You can see that, and I'll show you the bottom as well. What's the best way to show you that? Well, we'll do it like this. It'll catch the light on it as it spins around. I'm going to try to do the same with this guy. I hope that wheel stays put long enough for me to do so, because I want you to see the bottom. If that's something that floats your boat, if that's something that you need to see, well, now you know. So there you have it. I don't know if we got a size marker on this one or not, so I'll show you in one moment as soon as we replace the accoutrements. Go another good shot for the catalog, and then you can see he runs, I'm going to say about 15 and a half, 16 inches, something like that. So all around a cool piece. Does it need a little bit of tender love and care on that wheel? Yeah, but is it a great replacement? Because I suspect this often got lost. You're out playing in the sandbox with that little jet piece for a little while, that little Aerobat, if that is the Aerobat. If it's not, somebody in the comments, please let me know. But you're out playing with that, it's supper time and you run back in, and for the rest of Batman's days, he's driving around just holding on. So that alone is a nice little replacement part, but the rest is very cool. It displays very well, plays not quite as well, but still really, really well, and overall is a great little piece for your collection. If you want this in your collection, there's one way to do it. That's to head on over to TheBigToyAuction.com. You can click on the link in the description, where you can leave all those pre-bids if you would like, or you can join us live on auction day, whichever way you choose to do it. We'll see you at the auction.